3, 2, 1. Robotics
Robotics
assemble. Yay.
That was great. That was wonderful.
That was
Nice.
There was no enthusiasm. Let's try that again. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Robotics assemble.
Yay. All right.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Robotics Assemble podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about our build season and competition season so far. So we have with us some of our amazing engineering leads. So let's introduce everyone. Ethan, do you want to go first?
Hi, my name is Ethan.
Please tell me your role in the club, Ethan.
I am the co-director of engineering with wonderful Nikhil here.
Yay. All right, and Julie?
Hi, my name is Julie. I'm the mech lead of Sense Robotics.
It's confusing sometimes. All right, Tia?
Oh, hi, I'm Tia, and I am the programming lead.
Yay. All right. So yeah, in this episode, we're just gonna be kind of doing our general rundown for what happened during our competitions, what we learned, what we're gonna be trying to do for our next competitions, and all that stuff. So, where shall we start? How about with the conception of our design?
Sure.
Yay.
Oh boy.
All right.
All the way to the beginning.
All the way in the beginning. We're starting the very beginning. So I know I was there, but how do we guys think of the idea? What was the process that we took to really, fine tune our details and our design ideas and goals?
I guess mechanically, a big thing was that we kind of just went at a whiteboard and had different groups talk.
Several whiteboards, all the
Yeah.
whiteboards we had.
Every whiteboard.
We have no extra markers. But anyways, it's kind of sad. The erasers are dead too. But we just all went at it. I don't think we really talked that much about the details that we ended up needing to talk about. But we did get everyone's voice in it, which is kind of important.
Yeah. Then after that, it was a lot of trial and error, seeing which one of our ideas we came up with worked conceptually and practically, double checking that with mentors,
And the rules.
realizing, and then realizing we screwed up somewhere, rinse and repeat for a good while, but eventually we got things out that we were pretty happy with. So
Yeah, that's basically I thought that this time, the brainstorming session, I felt more people were actually involved compared to previous years. Where we all were kind of just in that room, we separated into groups, thought of ideas, and then came back together and then talked about the ideas. And I knew that at least I hope most people thought that we never kind of just outright just rejected some ideas unless they're really dumb. But most of the ideas we kind of just were this is good. However, and then we kind of discussed on it, which is really important. I thought that was really good, that thing that we did.
I think in the very beginning, we also did emphasize the fact that we wanted to go a bit simple this year. So we were are we this type of bot or this type of bot? Which did help with the formation of the final robots idea.
Yeah.
Right. I remember we narrowed it down to 2 different styles of robot. I think, and what were they? We were focus on climber, focus on shooting. And I think in the end we focused on shooting because it was just more feasible mechanically than to just pour all the resources into a climber that may or may not work.
Yeah, and we also had more experience with the shooter compared to climber as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were able to kind of build off of the knowledge we had from Infinite Recharge and then apply that to what we had, to what we did right now. And that was definitely really helpful.
Yeah. So I know this is our first building or build season and mechanical season and programming season right after the pandemic. So do you guys find any I don't know, how was the experience, I would say?
Well, at the beginning, I felt I didn't have much more experience than the kids who were coming in. Because
Okay.
I think it was better for programming because we could at least do some stuff over the pandemic because you could still code. But testing was kind of a nightmare, because it was really hard to organize in general. And there were so many of them, okay? Last year, they're not that many people from last year because what you're going to do over the pandemic. But then there's just so many kids that just came in.
Yeah.
You had to balance that.
It was definitely really great that everyone came in, but it also put a lot of stress on not just programming, but all the sub-teams we had. It was definitely both a positive thing and also a learning experience to build off of.
Yeah,
Julie?
there's so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many.
God. Like, I think during the beginning, at least Mech, we tried to organize it, but that kind of just fell apart. Like, I was so happy to have come up with the idea of splitting us into 3, and that kind of disappeared because
Yeah.
it became clear, like, if there are useful people who are willing to be involved, they're very few, and therefore you shouldn't split them up. I think I felt like Tia, except I didn't really have the learning curve that went the right way. So yeah, I came into it with very little experience, and I'm really like glad that I have team members around me that were able to help like carry the bot. But overall, I don't think Mech has learned that much substantially.
Has learned.
I mean, we have more experience now, but we haven't really learned like the correct ways to do things.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
You do have a functional bot, so you know what? You probably
Yeah.
learned something.
Yeah, we learned some stuff. Like I know that our team now has like a fascination of rivets. Like
You're riveted by them?
our entire bot is riveted.
Yeah, come on.
We're riveted by it. Yes.
Oh no.
My God.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we've ever used this many rivets in our robot before. I think most of our previous robots were just like bolts and like nuts, and then we just squeezed our bot together.
It was like freshman year, I remember distinctly having me and Arvind like riveting for 2 hours straight. We're just standing there and riveting stuff together.
Maybe I'm incorrect. I was, I don't know. When you were a freshman, I think I was like mostly control system. So
Yeah.
I just, I wired stuff up. That hasn't changed. Wiring stuff up is still wiring some stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think build season as a whole has also been a learning experience for like all of us. Cause like,
Yeah.
I know that Nikhil and I like getting into mech. That was definitely something new.
Yeah.
And then for Julie, you, and then Tia too, like y'all have grown a ton as leaders and stuff. So yeah.
Exactly. Who knew there'd be so much organization in like build season? Like Ethan and I
Mind-blowing.
had to order so many things.
That was like the bulk of our
Yeah.
work, like for
Yeah.
maybe a good like a week or two in the middle of build season, just ordering a bunch of stuff we didn't have.
And then waiting for those orders too.
Oh yeah.
I think like we need to develop a new mentality around materials. Since
Yeah.
we like hoard a bunch, saying we're going to use it later, and we never actually end up using it, and,
And
just
then we
go
buy
buy.
more.
Yeah.
I think
I
we
think
need a
it's
better
also-
storage system. I just remember having
Exactly.
like, a bunch of totes stacked in the back. I have no idea what they're full of. Are they full of anything?
There's like some that are filled with
Random.
like wheels, like stuff that we don't need. We can like get rid of it, honestly. And, like, I
Garage
think,
sale. Don't get rid of them. Sell them.
that's something to look
Sell
in
them.
for like post-season. Just like getting rid of stuff that we're just not gonna use. Like we have a bunch of Vex stuff. We
Why?
don't use Vex. We used to have a Vex team,
We did.
Huh.
Ooh.
Oh,
or we
Nice.
used to be a Vex team. Either one. So
I'm not sure about the
I
other
mean,
one.
They
I
both
think
count.
it's
They both count as having a Vex team.
yeah. I guess yeah. We used to have a Vex team, and then we stopped doing that. So either we start another Vex team or we get rid of those stuff.
Outreach.
Outreach.
Hey.
Yeah.
Donate.
We
Or
should
sell.
donate them, honestly.
Fund our world trip.
Exactly, because we're gonna get there.
Of course.
Manifesting, going crazy.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's like I think it was a huge learning curve for everybody. Not gonna lie, like especially teaching people. Like I know a lot of people like we try to spend like preseason like trying to teach people, but like I know that didn't. I don't know if that didn't pan out or like sometimes. I don't maybe people didn't just like understand it then, but then now they have the experience because now we're being like, all right, to rivet things, you're gonna do it like this and you rivet it like that. And like actually designing stuff, I think a lot of people have experience. Like I think I can like trust them to make something without trying to needing to like hover over them all the time, I'd
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, I agree. I feel a little bit bad because for the most part in build season, like at the beginning I had more time to train people, but when it got to crunch time, basically anyone who knew what they were doing was helpful, and anybody else I kind of just let them like sort wires or whatever. So I feel kind of bad about it, but you learn where you can, I guess. And yeah, I was gonna say something else and I forgot.
Happens.
Yeah, I also feel bad for programming because we made them code the entire
Oh.
robot in like a week.
Okay, we had code for it beforehand, but then you kept changing stuff, so we had to keep changing our stuff.
Yeah, because we realized because we built our chassis and stuff, and then we realized we forgot to put like have space for the motors. so we had to change our design to add places for the motors.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny
Hey.
because we were like, CAD is gonna work this year, and then it didn't.
It did though. It did though.
It
'Cause,
did
like,
work because we had an idea, right? Yeah.
Ah,
We had that like yeah, we had like the entire bot like kind of ready, and then we could easily change stuff in CAD. Like we were just able to add stuff in CAD and then like, yeah, change it.
I think it's always the small things because first we had like the tubes issue. We tried to drill the holes through all the tubes,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
a CAD issue. Like I went into the CAD because I trusted people to go ham, and then I noticed that like instead of actually mating things, they just grouped everything together. So it's a lot of small concepts that we need to reteach.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't touching the CAD for a little bit, right? And then I looked back at it. I mean, I didn't even touch the CAD in the beginning. I was just looking at it from you guys doing it. And then I had to CAD something or like try to use the CAD for something, and I was appalled. I didn't know where anything was. Nothing was labeled. I just had to like click hide it on and off for so long to try to figure out what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a pattern here. Like our code has exploded. We have
Yeah.
so many branches. It's a nightmare. We just keep abusing Git, and all the mentors just like stand over my shoulder, shaking their head sadly.
Uh,
I mean, it's everything. Like during off season, we know what we need to improve now. Like we have a better idea of what goes wrong or like what we struggle with during build season. So
Yeah.
exactly what we should like focus on.
Did you guys learn anything from like pit scouting or going to simp other teams?
I don't know. I just was looking at all their climbers, and I felt I was very inspired by
Yeah.
their climbers and like what type of like stuff they use. They used very similar like concepts to us, but they kind of just like expanded on them a lot. Because like this was one team that used like a 192-to-1 gear ratio or like gearbox for their climber, which is like insane torque. But like, and then they can still climb the entire like traversal in 12 seconds. So like.
32-18.
Yeah, 32-18. It was impressive. And like I don't know, I by looking at other teams' design, it kind of helped I don't know, our new climber design, I would say. That's what really like, inspired and like kind of showed us that, in my opinion. How about you guys?
Well, on Glacier Peak, I was kind of desperately in the pits trying to make 2-well Auton work. It didn't. I made it worse, but it's better now.
Some is better than nothing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then in Sammamish, I think I was just covering people's pit rotation most of the time, but I did observe like their Auton systems.
Yeah.
So we like mostly Cyber Knights because they had a very similar like shooting capabilities to ours where they had to go back up to the hub, like near the hub to shoot. So we kind of borrowed our 4-ball Auton idea from them. So that's mostly what we got out of it.
Yeah.
Nice. We borrowed their idea.
Yes. It's
All
not
right.
stealing if you
Okay.
credit them.
Permanently borrow.
Yeah.
Intellectual inspiration.
Intellectual violation guy.
Violation.
We didn't
Well,
copyright it.
intellectual borrowing. Yeah.
It's learning. Learning.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, that's the word for it. Learning.
That's the process and what we're going for here, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I also went with like an A to go simp Cyber Knights. So there was like a brief period in time where we had like our whole panic about weight, right? Because we were like 0.2 under.
A limelight.
We
And then-
took the limelight off and it was good.
So I like went around and started asking how they stayed underweight. And I noticed like Cyber Knight was kind of huge, their bot. And then so they like started talking a bunch, and then I noticed how they didn't actually have a frame. MK4 eyes, so it goes under the chassis. You have a belly pan, saves wiring space, saves weight, and thinking about it for next year.
All right, yeah. But at the same time, that like I feel like our bot is built like a tank. Like
It is.
you ram into our like bot, you're
And
gonna
you
get
break.
hurt. You break.
Yeah.
Like I think we had like a pretty like fatal crash and all that, like not fatal, but like just a good like a bump, and I'm pretty sure just our what's it called? Wood panels
paneling?
broke. Yeah, but like nothing. I think the rest of the bot was fine. Maybe a little bit of like bending here and there on the aluminum, but like that's
It's a little bit.
that's just a little bit. It's not too bad.
He chonk.
He's just chonky. 124.8 pounds.
God.
We did reduce the weight though. Now he's or
I don't know. I think he's back up there.
now, yeah.
We still have
Is
to
it one
teach
of-
drive team to squat.
to squat.
Oh,
Squat properly to lift the back.
I don't know if it's worth
Oh,
it,
yeah.
Julie.
they're gonna
Too
pull up their
hard.
back. They're gonna pull their backs.
They're gonna pull their
Yeah.
backs. It's 123 point something pounds right now.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Squat the bot.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh yeah, we had to teach our entire team how to dance. That was something else.
That was fun.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There's a room of us just doing the Macarena just soullessly. I was
Soullessly.
surprised.
Oh,
Surprised and appalled
I-
at how many people didn't know what the Macarena was.
And I'm so surprised that they didn't put their like
Freshmen.
life into it.
I know, they were just
They're so robotic too. It's like, I mean, I understand we're
Robotics.
I mean,
robotics team, but like, dang.
not that robotic, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then we taught them how to do the Cupid shuffle
Oh,
and
God.
the chicken dance as well.
oh God.
No, I walked in and I heard the music and I was like, nope.
Walked out.
No, you should have joined us. It was beautiful.
About the squirrel thing.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
God, Ethan.
What?
Well
Ethan.
played.
It was
GG,
good.
well
It was
played.
good.
It
He
was
was
well
young.
they did this last year. Like Shrevin did this a year before as well, or like whenever he was president.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they said they were gonna rename us.
Oh.
Because the night kids
I-
were so concerned. They looked at me and they're like, Julie, please. I was like, look at the date.
You scared the children, Ethan.
Hey,
Worth.
it was worth it. It was worth
People were like furious. They're like, "What? We're gonna be the squirrel?" Oh yeah, okay. So essentially, for April Fools, we told the club that there was some copyright dispute, and then we're gonna be the squirrels now instead of the Saints. And then everyone was furious, livid. They were like trying to change the name to like rabbits instead. The rabid rabbits.
The rabid rabbits. That's not bad.
That's what they were mad about, not the copyrights. That we were squirrels.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that were squirrels.
Understandable, to be
But we
honest.
can be like the super squirrels or like the secret
Sonic
squirrels.
squirrels exist.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a bad rip off of the Sonic Squirrels, man.
Yeah. We'll be their younger brother.
I mean, their team is pretty insane, so
Hmm.
you're
And
gonna
then-
steal some of their stuff.
Bro, I was talking to a Sonic Squirrels programming kid and they said the robot can go like 33 miles per hour.
Jesus.
Hey,
23
what?
miles per hour.
Excuse me? Are you sure you have these units right?
Yeah,
I don't
agree
know.
with you
They
here.
said
Like, that's
33
fast.
mph.
He might say
Wait, I want to do the math now. How
3.3
fast can ours go?
meters per second.
I can send you their contact if you want.
Hang on.
33 miles
Wait.
an hour? But I can just like take that to school. I can just sit on that. Drive me to school.
Ours
Honestly-
can go 8 miles per hour.
Okay. I can
Yeah.
still take that to school. You know,
Yeah, you'll eventually get there.
I'll get there eventually. I live pretty close to school. I'll get there.
I don't know if you're getting up that hill though, man. I don't know if 8 miles an hour is enough.
That hill, I will go up. I will go up that hill. Man. 33 miles per hour. It's like, what motors they is it just Falcon
33?
Swerve?
Falcons. Bro, I
Falcons
sent it in
Swerve.
chat.
What?
see.
Nah. I'm sorry,
Wow.
but I'm
No
sorry.
way.
Cap.
No way.
Spot the cap.
They're like that means they
They're
put Falcons
capping.
on and then they're like the
Then they're
gear
like-
ratio's like they're gearing it up.
I mean, what's it called? If they're using swerves, they
Gear it
already
down.
have to gear it. So like yeah, they would have to gear it down so it
Yeah.
goes faster.
Like super fast.
I don't even think you need.
I don't think they were that fast on the field.
I don't think they
You
need to
wouldn't
go
let
that.
it go that fast, man.
Why would you let it go that fast? It's gonna like kill
Let it
something.
rip.
It's gonna break
Hey,
through the
1
poly
second
card.
climb maybe. Just like
1
2 seconds left in the
second
game.
climb.
Got to get back in the hangar zone in a second.
Bare metal, their climb.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Are
good.
simping?
No, I'm. You know what? I'm simping for only one climb and one climb only, and that's 4907.
Huh?
That's one that
The-
jumps.
The
No.
jumping bot.
Oh.
Yes.
The jumping bot.
Ah,
That bot is something else. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
that was iconic. That's great.
Iconic. 4907. Yeah. Enough about other people's bot. Let's talk about our bot. All right. So, designing and building a robot and programming. What was the problems that you ran into programming, Tia?
Oh, problems. Most of it was organization. To be honest, like, okay, at the beginning,
Alright.
we had trouble testing because we were using our last year's bot to test, right? Which worked to an extent, mostly with the swerve. But after that, we were just kind of writing code and then not doing
Yeah.
anything with it. And then we had to
Okay.
change it all, like when rec changes were made. So that was the whole thing. That wasn't the biggest issue though. I think the biggest issue was that we weren't sure what features to add, right? So at the moment we have like 3 features. I think this is a problem we have every year, but we have like 3 features just sitting there that we can't use
Yeah.
at the moment.
I
And
know that we.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's just an issue of like you have so many people who want to do things and it's great, but there's just not enough things for them to do. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
I
we
think-
ended up making like a couple features that we never ended up using.
Like Limelight, we have
Limelight,
the,
yeah.
we have like really cool Limelight abilities, but we just
Yeah.
Did you-
we don't have a Limelight.
Oh, I was told. Wait, do you want a limelight?
I do
Google
not. I
put-
don't know what we do with it.
Yeah. I agree,
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, okay. Because I thought you said you had really cool stuff for limelight.
We do have cool stuff for Limelight, but like we don't need it because the drivers are doing
Ah.
fine without it and everything.
That's true.
And it's untested
It's
Okay,
also
that's true.
untested. Yeah,
It's probably
break
cool in
something.
theory.
in theory. Yeah.
yeah. And then things that went well with programming, that Auton.
Bro, our
Mm.
Auton's so great. Okay, last year, not last year. We didn't have an Auton last year. But the year before that, our Auton was literally like drive these motors at the 0.3 speed for 5 seconds. And that was our move forward 1 meter command. And that's all
Nice.
our robot could do basically.
All right.
And we figured out odometry so we could actually like move our robot 1 meter. Then we figured out a better move command system and we got path weaver working. And now we've got
Mm.
very more or less accurate paths that our robot can actually like travel
Right.
along.
Yes. So how's that 4-ball Auton coming?
You know what? It's almost good.
All
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
we got a consistent 3-ball Auton. The problem right now is that we don't have enough time to, like pause and actually let the human player roll the other ball in. It just kind of like pauses there briefly and then rolls away while the human player is just yeah.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be practice though. I was looking at Jack and the bot, and their
Oh.
bot like barely stops there too.
We just need like
Just
who's our
like
human
timing.
player? An A,
NA, I think.
We have
There's
a, we have a
nothing like-
couple, right?
NA, Leo.
all of them. They're just gonna like start
Yeah.
rolling balls. Just target
So-
practice.
We've had like
Cool.
a random people be human player because people like basketball.
Mm.
Oh, now they need to be good at bowling.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Wii bowling. We have to get a Wii system in.
Oh
Yes.
God. Not like this, bro.
We have to get a Wii system in, then we can start bowling.
Have you guys heard of like the strat? I'm pretty sure someone sent a link in like someplace before where it was like you go for your 2-ball Auton and then go around and bump the red teams or blue teams also.
A lot of our other kids wanted to do
Oh.
that. They were like, yes, let's sabotage the other alliance. But we were worried that we'd crash into other people's bots and break their
Okay.
bots because ours
Yeah.
are
Oh
indestructible.
Yeah.
yeah, or break
Analyzed.
our bots.
Yeah, ours is indestructible.
One second. Hold up.
Think.
Goodbye, Nikhil.
Goodbye. All right, gotta keep this alive ourselves.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, after like everything that went on, like I know we started out with certain visions of how the bot would turn out. Like, given how it is right now, like, are you guys surprised? Not surprised? Like, what's your overall feeling towards how the bot currently compares to your original expectations?
I mean, next slide, it's KISS, keep it simple, sweet and simple or whatever. I think we did that pretty well. Like, if you looked at the robot, the things it's supposed to do, it climbs, it shoots, and it's fat. It's the 3 things we needed and the 3 things we got.
Nice. Maybe I had like low expectations for our team, but I'm surprised at how well we're doing, to be honest. Like, we got Auton working pretty well, I'd say, and we have a pretty accurate shooting system too, from 2 spots now, not just 1. So what's
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Hello?
What?
Shed?
No, yeah, let's just stick with that. Yeah, 2 spots. Yeah, great.
You good? You seem a bit nervous about that. Teeny tiny bit.
I'm just untested.
Wait, come on, we tested it today. It's fine.
Defender was doing a really spinny stuff when we were testing it.
Oh, okay, but it will work when we test it out tomorrow on an actual field.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Okay.
trust.
Yeah.
Oh wait, when is the bot going to? Wait, where's the bot going?
International.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Oh, nice.
One of our partner schools.
All right. So yeah, I'm saying I thought we did so much better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were gonna do good. Like I definitely thought we were gonna get to districts, but I didn't think we were gonna be like finalist level good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. Just because we were coming in here with a little bit of less experience because of the break.
A little bit.
Just a
Half
Teeny
our
tiny
team were
just
freshmen.
a little bit. Yeah, a lot. Did you know we ran the stats, right?
Hmm?
Did you know that most of our team is sophomores right now?
Oh,
Wait, really?
God.
Yeah.
We have a future.
We have
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Cool.
most of our-
Yeah.
I thought most of our team was like seniors and
Seniors?
juniors. But no, it's mostly sophomores. Which
That makes
is
sense.
really
There's
interesting. Yeah.
a lot of
How
them.
many active juniors do we have? 10, 5,
6? I counted
6.
6.
I think we have like around the same amount of active students, or a little bit more.
We have more than 6.
You have more than
More
6
than
seniors.
six.
Like
Yeah.
for every like one junior, I feel like there's 2 seniors.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, our team has a future, guys.
Wow.
We
Let's
have
go.
a future.
We're gonna do great next year too.
Yeah, these
Yes.
sophomores are gonna get better over the summer, and
Mhm.
then will become the best juniors, unless
No, like,
they
legit
all
though,
have
'cause-
IB stuff.
Legit though, they like had no experience, right? Because COVID doesn't count, and we're
Yeah.
doing this well. Like they're
Mm.
great. We are going to do amazing.
They're so dedicated. I'm
No.
so proud of the team.
Good vibes.
Other than the organizational skills, we have to work on that. But
It's okay.
Shreethan's looking for the wire cutters.
Shreethan's
Boba, if he
looking for
finds
them.
All
them.
looking for the wire cutters.
everyone's looking for the. We've lost 4 wire cutters. 4 wire cutters. 2 of them turns out were broken, so there's still 2 wire cutters somewhere.
I remember the days like before our first competition where we had wire cutters wherever you looked. Like
Exactly.
you didn't have one. Oh, there's one on the
No,
table. Oh, there's
before-
one in the box. But no, not
I'm
anymore.
just saying, before Sammamish, I was like, all right, we shouldn't take all of our wire cutters. So I packed 2 in the
That's
box.
all we had.
And then I put it there. And then we came back. They were there. They were there. I know they came back. But then after like a week, they're gone. So I have no idea where they are.
The shop eats wire cutters. What can I say?
Yeah, that's what
Feeds
the
on
shop.
them.
That's
It was the bandsaw.
what do you think runs the lights?
Wire cutters, of course.
Wire
what
cutters.
else?
Yeah,
Gotta keep that metal in the system.
exactly. And the bandsaw eating up our wire cutters.
Just playing the bandsaw for everything.
Yeah.
Sad. Best tool, by the way. It's very
Really?
nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
you
know.
press a pedal. It's so fun. You should cut stuff.
All right. So next up, so I know we did like our Glacier Peak thing and then Sammamish. So what was the biggest things that we learned in Glacier Peak and like how did we translate that to Sammamish?
I think the biggest thing was the backspin.
The backspin.
Our
yeah.
shooting, we were able to like kind of hammer it out. We initially didn't do so good, but that was because we had some faulty wires. We were just getting acclimated. But after all that happened, the main thing that was bothering us was our shooting. We had a ton of backspin because we didn't have a top flywheel or top roller on our shooter. So we had a bottom flywheel, and all that was doing was shooting it up and giving it a ton of backspin. So when it hit the hub, it just bounced out like 60% of the time. And we fixed that by adding a small top roller, and that's kind of been like a huge good thing for the entire
Yeah.
bot.
Dude, you're underselling us. It's amazing. Okay, I wouldn't say 100% accuracy rate, but like it's pretty good.
Basically, we're
It
getting
was
there.
accurate.
Yeah.
It was really accurate.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like we were just watching it like the first match, and it just all the balls kept going in, and we're like, what happened? This isn't the bot we saw. This isn't our bot.
Yeah, from Glacier Peak to Sammamish, it was like day and night. It was insane. Like the difference in our shooting, because it would always bounce out when we had no top roller, and then now it just kind of like went in there and just sat. It was really nice. And then plus the expert coding and
I mean,
mechanics.
Of
we
course.
just tuned it a bit. Most of the change was the backspin.
Yeah. What did we change mechanically between that, other than adding a roller?
I don't think anything.
Yeah.
No, we definitely changed something.
We changed a couple. I know, like, we realized that our Ethernet cable at Glacier Peak was faulty, but
Yeah.
and that was the last thing we expected because all of the other wiring on our robot was just solid. It was like perfect because nothing else kind of like broke it other than the Ethernet cable. I'd say.
I mean,
What
like,
is it?
kept it simple. Besides, like, this week's transition, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was just people vibing in the corner and watching the bot. We
Yeah.
have a lot of footage, so robot release video.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah, I wish Ryan was here. Ryan could not join us. He's the control systems lead. We'll have another podcast with him where we're gonna go, like, I guess, deeper into control systems alongside programming and mechanical as well. But yeah, it was. I'd say that like other than like how nice the wires look kind of messy, but they are really solid because like we made sure that all of the connections they don't pull out like as much as we can. We made sure that they don't like just vibrate out of each other. Like we taped them. We had clips on them, and we zip tied all of it away because we had a lot of chains this time. So like
Oh yeah.
we really had to
Oh.
like keep the wires away from the chains, or else they're just
Yeah.
gonna eat them up. So
Mm.
I think like
Yeah.
over build season, we said we'd make guards for the chains, and then we never really got to that.
because it's like we don't.
Yeah.
Where's the space? First of all, everything's
the
so
weight.
close, and the weight. Oh yeah, we're
That's a lot of polycarb you'd have to add.
exactly. Yeah, I'd say. And then how about from ceramics to districts? What are we changing from that?
Ooh, is that a secret, Nikhil?
It's not a secret.
Okay, I know.
I mean, programming wise, we mostly just added, we went from 2-ball auton to 4-ball auton,
Yeah.
and maybe probably not 3-ball at this point. I don't think we
Right.
added too much more. Besides, yeah, that's about all we added.
Yeah.
And then did you also add like 5-ball auton?
No, I'm sorry. 4-ball auton is like 15 seconds. Okay, like on the dot.
How about 6-ball auton?
Hey, yo,
That yet?
climb while you're at it.
You know,
And
if
the
you can
climb.
find a way to give the human player more balls, and you
Yeah.
find like really acting, there we go. We can get
All right.
6-ball auton.
Program the
Let's-
human player to make the shot.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
there we go.
Let's break some rules, guys.
Hey, shh.
Oh,
No
my bad.
explosives like that. They
My
can't
bad.
know
My
yet.
bad. All right. How about you, Julie? What are we changing mechanically to districts?
If you look at like Team 1690, or I believe other teams that climb quote unquote horizontally, we're going to be trying to go for the high climb. Each on our scouting lead would be able to talk better, but like technically can't really fit 3 bots on the transversal. We're expecting like a lot of teams to have transversal at districts. So if we go for high from like our previous mid climb, then we'll have like a great chance at hopefully getting into elims.
Yeah. Another huge thing is that at districts, we expect a lot of teams to have a mid climb, and us having a high climb makes it possible for us to basically get a ranking point as long as we do have a mid climb on our team.
Yeah.
So that's also huge.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We kind of let the CAD fall through with that one though, because ain't no way we're CADing that.
It's like a lot of minor, like it's a lot of changes, and then every time we test it, we change a lot more. So it's like CADing to like keep up with that. We'd probably just CAD it at the very end if we really want to show that. Yeah. Another thing we did was we gave our shooter a fade, like a nice haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagery thing next year, maybe we could make it a dog.
Yes.
Yes.
We our imagery, man. I just go to the other go to competitions, and there's so many cool teams with their imagery. I feel like half the competition is just like simping over other teams' imagery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like spirit and imagery because IP really hit us hard.
Yeah.
It's okay if you give everybody just some pom poms and like those little clappy thingies.
I choose pom poms and caffeine.
Yes.
Yes. Not
3 keys to success.
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Or just hand him a Red Bull.
Oh
Oh gosh.
Gives you wings.
It gives you wings, Hand him a Red Bull and then like I don't know, like a 5-hour energy right after that, and then I think that'll be good.
Oh God.
Yeah.
They're going to overrun the competition.
They will.
We need to learn how to wave flags. That's the thing.
Wave flags, yeah.
Yeah. Or wag flaving.
Wag flaving, yeah.
It's really great.
But also lag flaving, yeah.
Yeah, every day.
I like that. On topic, what else do we want to add for a robot for districts, or what are we preparing ourselves?
Backups.
Oh yeah.
So many backups. Like in theory, backup arm, but the kids are molding and don't want to do it. Because like it takes a lot of time to get the perfect measurements.
Yeah.
Also cutting stuff. They don't like cutting stuff, which is sad.
That's the best part.
Exactly, bro.
It is.
So much fun.
It's like packing stuff too, because like backup chain, backup axle, backup wheels, backup panels, backup screws, backup wood screws, since everyone's like, yeah, you guys do wood. So yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Packing sounds like such a nightmare for you guys. Like I just like slap a laptop or two in a tote and call it a day.
I know. It's like
God.
it's like I talk to control systems and I talk to mech because like I don't know, and then I'm like they gave me this like huge list of stuff that they need, right? And then I'm just like, Tia, how many totes do you need? And she's like, I need like a backpack, maybe like half a tote.
Yeah, I mean,
Programming is like the shining light of our team, to be honest. They're like
Yeah.
the good kid, the
Yeah.
first
You
child in
say
the
that-
family.
You say that because you have no idea. Julie, please never look at her GitHub.
Oh,
Just don't.
Oh,
Just don't look
okay.
at it.
okay.
Would we understand if we looked at it? That's the real question. It's just a lot of branches.
It's not that bad.
Ethan,
it
I have
again.
had to like force push 3 branches this
Okay,
week.
maybe it is that bad.
Man,
Oof. Just oof.
that just sounds. There's like every time someone codes, they just make their own branch and then just like.
Yeah, that's about it.
See, that's the
I see.
idea. But like,
All right.
there's the whole issue of like, I want this feature, but it's not done yet. Like, it's a nightmare.
I see. Well, GitHub branches are something else, especially they can get out of hand really fast. It's like
It was fine. Like for some damage, we cleaned it all up. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. I don't know how we got here.
I mean, you guys did a
no.
lot of extra stuff, right? Since the Mamish, like
Barely, honestly.
I mean, a lot
There's
of
been
different
there's
people
been
working on it.
Decent amount of stuff.
I mean, we got not that many different features already. We got 4-ball, 3-ball, and then messing with the shooter.
Yeah.
That's it.
We should
All right.
quick like control systems like appreciation.
Yes.
Y'all, they had like what 2-3 days to wire up the robot. They did it in like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
Absolute alpha.
They
And
just
no issues with it as well.
yeah.
I know.
There was
Incredible.
we ran into the fewest amount of issues with like control systems this time. Like usually there's always like some motor unplugged or like some like can just dying on us. But like this time it was just like an Ethernet cable, and I think that was it. It was just like an Ethernet cable that was like really bad. And
Super
we realized
easy fix.
we just replaced the Ethernet cable. Turns out, don't make your own Ethernet cables, guys, because they're really hard to make.
Shock.
Yeah.
But like big props, many sip. What can I say?
Absolutely.
many
They're
sent
like
to Ryan.
the only competent. If we're talking about children, they're the only competent children in this family.
I mean, they're like half dysfunctional, half like perfect child.
It's
Yeah,
like,
actually, all sub team comes from control systems. So
Oh my god. So you're usually the one yelling at them, so
yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's also because like control system stuff. It's like I don't know. They were so like I'd say like flexible. Like we had to change like the e-board design like many times
Yeah.
on them, and then they kind of just went and then just did it. They-
Perfect children.
Literally, Ryan just was like, okay, and then he just spent the night just like catting something real fast, and he's like, all right, this is it now.
nice.
It's a
Yeah,
sad
no, like
meme.
you guys unnumbered all of our like can spark maxes and everything. It's
Yeah.
so easy now. I think I remember like in 9th grade, the last thing I remember honestly was just standing with a computer over the bot for like an
Oh,
hour,
no.
flashing every single can motor. It
Yeah.
was terrible.
We made sure that before we even put it on the robot, we like can ID'd everything from 1 to whatever, and then we made sure that we like put it on, and then we put like a sticker on it saying it's number 1, so that we didn't get confused. And I think we also put one like the numbers on the like the motors and stuff, which it was supposed to be, but then we had to like change out the e-board as I said before, so that kind of got messed up. But we still have a chart of what all the things are, because we did that in the beginning before
So,
it got
like,
too complicated.
More of, I think, synergy between the sub teams can be said, I guess.
That's
so
true.
like accounting for each other. It's
Yeah.
basically everyone is compromising for mech, but yeah.
Okay.
No, that'll get better. It's fine.
I think
It's
you
like
guys got hit hardest by the pandemic.
you guys got hit the worst by the pandemic, I'd say.
I think
And-
also the way we've approached building has changed a lot, because pretty clearly last year, or, back when we built stuff, it was Karthik and Keval, 2 previous engineering people, basically building the entire bot, with like 2 freshmen being me and Arvind sitting there and doing menial labor.
Yes.
Yeah.
This time it changed. I think a lot of people are building actual like parts of the robot. I know like we did a lot of like I guess like splitting up and having people work on different parts, and I think that helped. At the same time, I felt like that also kind of made some parts disjointed and a little bit confusing at like in parts, right? Because everyone knew what they were gonna do, but like not exactly. They're like maybe this changed, and sometimes I felt like they got caught off guard when like something got changed and things.
We need a GitHub for mech.
Yeah, it's like a GitHub for Mac. And that's where our robot changelog thing
no.
came in.
Oh yeah.
That
That's
actually
very helpful.
helps a lot,
Yes.
I'd say.
That's where I got the idea for like programming messages, because like everyone was trying to do different things in programming, which was worse because of all the branching. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
screw it. I'm gonna tell everybody exactly what's going on at all times.
Yeah,
It's a good
Chad.
change. It's a really
it's
good
a
one.
great change, and that's I think that we changed that from Glacier Peak to Sammamish, right? Is that what we
Yeah.
did? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Packing is another thing that we have
Oh
to
god.
really change, because
Oh, God.
and unpacking. Oh my god.
Throw stuff
Everywhere.
at the table.
Whoa, Julia. We have to kick you out of the club for that
Oh,
right now.
tragedy. GG, well
GP.
played.
GP. It's usually me saying that stuff. I'm so happy you took the
Bro,
bait.
I played League today. That's why.
Ah,
One game. That's all
That's
it
that's,
is.
that's the problem.
God.
That's the problem
Exactly,
right there.
man.
We understand though. We understand.
I understand. League is a terrible game.
I agree. Also on the note, I think the way we handle tragedies at competition has improved a lot.
Yes.
Like what GG way back when we had an issue with like wiring, I think that completely blew off the robot. Glacier Peak, basically last year, the arm broke, so we just kind of called it quits. This year, I feel like everything went smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like.
Well, I
we,
remember one time of me sitting in a corner at Sammamish, I was just updating people on Discord while you guys were just furiously working on the robot. For 10 minutes
Oh, the
straight.
chain.
the chain.
chain.
The entire
motor-
front of the thing, it
yeah,
just came off.
it just popped off.
that was like
it's
an adrenaline rush. Crazy.
I
Crazy
felt like a
adrenaline.
surgeon. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, drill. You just drill that thing. And
Yeah.
That
yeah.
handheld rivet thing was painful though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was
Buff. Gotta be buff, bro.
Ethan and I kind of just struggled. We had to grip that so hard and just
So next year, we have to train kids physically.
yes,
God.
like grip training there.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like it looked a lot like, those race cars, people swapping out tires.
yeah. It's like the pit crew, like not the pit,
They
the
just
pit
pick crew.
stop. Yeah, pit stop.
Yeah.
The race car thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pit crew kind of just went off there. It was so nice because we didn't want to change that thing on the robot because we were like, oh, it's gonna take too long, and then we have like to do stuff. We had 15 minutes, and we perfectly did it. It was so nice, like perfectly was done. The chain did pop off, but that's
fine.
That's fine. That was an easy fix. That was just, we didn't squeeze it hard enough. That's the problem. There was a master link on the chain, and we reused the master link, meaning that it doesn't have all the strength, like compression strength there. So we had to just replace it, and it worked later. So yeah, we also learned stuff from it. I think we did very well in pit crew.
Mhm.
Just that the thing is, packing for the pits is something we gotta improve on, because that's that.
Truly.
Here we go.
Man,
Yeah. Packing.
packing.
Yeah. So
It's
big things we've learned is weight, packing, wire cutters from packing. And yeah, I think that's like the two big issues, no?
yeah, I think so too. Man. So yeah, what else? What else do we have that we learned from competition?
I mean, given how dead inside everyone was, I'm still surprised that they did try to have some degree of spirit when it came to
That's
cheering.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's because you guys just screaming at the top of your lungs.
Yes. I think if you
Glacier
like,
Peak, oh my gosh, my voice was. I think Julie's heard it the most, but it was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. That was, bro, you need to chill sometimes. Take care of yourself first.
You're saying this, Julie?
yeah, Julie, you're
it's
saying
fine.
this.
Yeah, Julie.
And, yeah.
So Mamish, like half a week after my voice wasn't back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, was Mahir okay?
Mihir,
He
oh
could
my
talk
God.
the next day.
He was,
I mean,
he was talking.
He was talking.
He was talking.
He was alive.
He was doing it.
He
His
was,
lungs weren't.
his vocal cords might be like reduced in like length, but like, it's just like, yeah.
He's
why don't we invest in a megaphone? I don't understand.
I
No.
think that's
Why?
megaphone's a bit much. We could do like the
Yeah.
cone, but
Is that
That's
not what a
what-
megaphone is?
Or
megaphone has the other microphones
It's
that
like
make it
ele-
go really
it's like
blur.
electronic.
Yeah, it's
D-
actual speaker.
A demotorized.
Demotorized.
Just a cone. I think a cone would do. We can
Yeah.
have cones. I think cupping your hands
Pom-poms.
also helps a little bit.
I will always advocate for drums.
Drums.
Yes.
You said
Let's
drums.
get a whole
Like-
marching band. You know what?
Just a marching, like
Lights on the
trumpets
drums.
in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
We could get the jazz kids on this.
exactly, man.
We even have like a great theme song
Yeah.
Did we do?
when the Saints go marching in.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
We could just bring a huge speaker with like a microphone,
Yeah.
put a freshman on it, and call it a day.
You call it karaoke. They're gonna play it. I feel like if we put our freshmen on it, they're gonna put like Among Us trap
Oh
and just like
God.
remix on. They're gone now. I'm like Liam Neeson from Taken. Like I'm trying to find these wire cutters. And it's the last thing I do.
The meme. I can
Yeah.
just see you.
I'm on the phone talking
Yeah.
to the guy who breaks the wire cutters.
Fight you.
I'm gonna fight you. I have a particular set of skills,
Oh, no. Including catting and Valorant.
including catting and being Iron 1 in Valorant.
Iron. No way, bro.
Feel crazy at the game.
I'm crazy at Valorant, bro.
Cracked.
Iron 2, actually.
Hey yo, me and League.
Basically Liam Neeson at this point. My aim is basically Liam Neeson aim.
Not Stormtrooper aim?
No,
Sure.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, I see.
But yeah. Robot reveal is gonna come out after districts probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Alright.
We've had like 3 different versions of the bot filmed, so
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's an evolution. I love how our bot is still evolving. And even after
Yeah.
districts and after worlds, I still want to I think we should still post-season we should still work on the robot to make it better
Yeah.
for GG, as well as just like it's good to learn.
Yeah. We actually did come up with a prototype hood for today.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
I like. It was mostly Mr. Moore, but
Oh.
yeah. But he did prototype one out, and it does look
Shooting-
pretty good.
Shooting from anywhere in the field for Worlds?
We have,
Um,
yeah, we have 2 days.
We have 2 days
days
from
and
districts to
districts
worlds.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
You know
yeah,
what?
man.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Do you have anything to do, Ethan? That's why
No,
I thought
no,
we're doing this.
I have a good idea, Nikhil.
Yeah.
Me and you,
Yeah.
we go inside the crate with the robot,
Ah. We can
bring
get.
some food.
We don't need food, dude.
Yeah, okay, yeah, just bring some tools. We don't
Just
need tools
tools.
either.
Bring a pillow
Just
and
bring our
tools.
hands. Just bring our
Yeah.
hands.
Or that.
And
Bring the materials. Done.
we're just inside. We're just gonna crank out everything.
This is a perfect time for a height joke, but I'll stay quiet.
Hey. I stand at a nice 5'2", okay? I
Listen,
stand
it's a
at
personality.
I
You are an
stand-
awesome leader.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, that made my day.
Hey.
Yeah, I stand at a nice 5 foot, right? Man,
Don't undersell yourself. 5'4", maybe.
uh,
5'6".
have a- with a large aura.
4'11" on a good day. I come in 6'11" on a worse day. You know,
Oh,
you come out. No, it makes sense. Like me and the bot same height. Like I'm able to like communicate with the bot in a different way.
it's
There's a
mental
special
link.
connection.
Yeah.
4'6", dude. I got this.
It's the thought that counts.
Exactly. But yeah, I can't wait for districts, guys. I don't know about you. I'm so hyped. Are you guys hyped? You guys have IB tests right after, but
We're not thinking about that. We are not
Yeah.
talking about
That's
that.
Fine. Listen, like IB, you pass, you call it a day.
Or,
and you
know,
don't, you pass. You'll pass. There's
yeah.
no reason.
There's like 0 way we don't pass, right? So
Yeah,
fine.
Hmm.
you'll be fine.
Y'all are gonna be good. Don't worry about it.
All right. So let's study hard and let's make sure that we, are ready for districts. So in that case, I think that's a good place to end this podcast. So if you guys want to come onto this podcast, I'm talking to the audience right now. I think email us at Saints Robotics, or is it roboticsassemblepodcast at saintsrobotics.com, or go to saintsrobotics.com, and then you can listen to our podcast and contact us there and buy our merch there as well. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And now we do a robotics break to end it all. All right,
Disassemble.
guys?
This
Disassemble. Robotics disassemble. So yeah, robotics break to end it all. Right. 3, 2, 1. Robotics,
Robotics
break.
break.